This is Stories from Elsewhere, a place for strange, unexpected, and revealing tales from here and beyond.
Welcome to Stories from Elsewhere. I'm Scott Glassman, and the story this week is about someone who experiences an unexplainable medical problem that turns their life upside down. If you've ever had a weird symptom, something that was really interfering with your life and didn't know what to do about it, or if there was no explanation or no treatment. I got to thinking about this after COVID. We were hearing examples of people whose sense of taste all of a sudden turned on them, and things they used to enjoy, like coffee, tasted terrible. And so I wondered, what would the equivalent of that be with a new virus or something else that happened? And then what would the ramifications be if we were living in a totalitarian society with strict consequences related to not being at our best, at our peak forms? If this story resonates with you, please send it to someone that you think might like it. This will help our show grow. To have more stories delivered right to your inbox, go to storiesfromelsewhere.com and subscribe. I'll be posting a new story each Saturday for your weekend listening. So let's get to it. This is Blue Monday.
Okay, I'll just say it. I have an S-cone problem. I think I do, at least. You probably know about it already, so I don't need to tell you. But I'm going to tell you anyway, because I asked GPT and that's what it said. It's the small cells in my eyes that pick up the blue light, and they're broken or malfunctioning. And sure, of course you saw that in my chart. It started, let me think, last Monday when I woke up. I stepped out of bed and pulled up my comforter. It's a light blue comforter I've had for years, and this small wave of nausea came over me. Not like I was going to throw up or anything, just a bit nauseous. And at first, I didn't think it had anything to do with the comforter or its color. Just too many pickled jalapenos with my tacos the night before, when I went out to Tortilla Press with my friend Alice. She came straight from her job at Cento Advertising, wearing this cobalt blue button-down shirt, the color of deep ocean. And come to think of it now, I had a hard time looking at it and wasn't sure why. I kept looking over her shoulder at the open kitchen in the back, and she asks me, "Azaria, is something wrong?" No, except for this little wave of anxiety starting in my stomach, rising up into my throat. And so I tell myself, it's been a long day, midterms are coming up, and I haven't studied as much as I should because I've had to take my mom to all these doctor's appointments after her neck surgery. And now I've lost my appetite because of Alice's shirt, and I've got my hand on my stomach under the table so she doesn't see it and start asking questions I can't answer. I leave the table to go to the bathroom, hoping nothing in the bathroom is blue. And it isn't, and that's a relief. And the nausea fades, and so I think I'm in the clear. Only it comes back fast, twice as strong when I get back to the table, and her shirt catches my eye. I mean, how could you not see it or pretend it didn't exist? Such a nice shirt, probably from Nordstrom's, and one I'd like to have in my closet if it weren't for the nausea. So you see, I can't really have it in my closet after all. And I say to myself, I just have to get out of there before the check comes, and I hope Alice and our server don't think I'm rude. If they ask, I'll say I'm not feeling well, and I'm not. It got worse. Next day, while driving to class, I stopped at a light on Haddonfield Road and 70. There's this little blue Route 622 sign attached to the top of the light, or the side of it. I can't remember where it actually was attached, but so small, like a Post-it. And as soon as my eyes touched it, the smallest glance, the nausea came. A little bloom of it in my chest. Then the light changes and I accelerate, and the feeling goes away. So that's when I think there's a connection, what you'd call a correlation. And so I wanted to test myself. So I start looking for blue things to see if the sick feeling in my stomach would rear its head. I spot some yellow bird crud or tree sap, I don't really know what it was, on the corner of my windshield. But I pull the lever to get some wiper fluid on it, and sure enough, the feeling rushes in. A burst of it. Gone as quickly as it came when the wipers clear the fluid. Then I'm going over the Ben Franklin Bridge and seeing the light blue bridge supports, and that really brings it on. So I lock my eyes on the car in front of me, but it happens to be an electric blue Ford Escape, so that's not helping at all, and I can't keep them there. The only safe place I can rest my eyes while still seeing when I should brake and not swerving into anyone in the right lane is at the top of my steering wheel, or a little beyond and over on the hood of my car, but not too much further than that because we're in tight traffic and the blue Ford Escape isn't changing lanes because there's nowhere to go. Thank God my Subaru is charcoal gray, and the downspan of the Ben Franklin makes it easier not to catch the blue frame of the bridge as much. By the time I pull into the parking lot, my knuckles are red and fingertips numb from squeezing the wheel so hard. I get out, grab my backpack in the back seat, and that's when it dawns on me that I shouldn't look up. Because what's above? The sky. The sky is above me, blue as always. Of course, not a cloud in it that day. And I bet you can imagine how hard it is to walk to class and not have any part of the blue sky dab at your eyes. It's damn near impossible. I can't take notes in my biochem class because as soon as I fire up my laptop, the startup screen stares at me in its 4 different shades of Windows stock background blue. And no one has paper and pens anymore, so what was I going to do? But just sit there and wait for the nausea and the dizziness that came with it to pass. The professor has a slide deck with an aquamarine background, close enough to blue that looking at a single slide makes me queasy. So I can't look at the laptop, and I can't look at the slides. So I just leave the lecture hall. And once outside, I keep my eyes down at my feet as much as possible on my way back to the car, hoping not to run into anyone. I mean, literally not run into them. Alice invites me to her aunt's pool that weekend, but I say no thanks, because even just imagining its blue, shimmering water makes me feel sick. I use the excuse that I have to study, and I do, but I still would have gone if my S-cones were working like they should, which I hope you have something for. Maybe a medication that will take care of it, or a quick procedure without too much pain afterward, or too long a recovery. I mean, I'm ready to try anything, and if it hurts, it hurts. And if it takes forever to recover, it takes forever. You see that, right? Because we have to make it stop somehow. Because I don't know how long I can keep going with it. Seems like it's getting worse by the hour. The time to the nausea getting shorter and shorter, and coming on sharp when there's even a hint of blue around me. I get back to my apartment after tortilla press, and I'm feeling hungry because it's 2:30 and I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. I fill a pot with water, put it on the stove, get out a box of mac and cheese, and go to turn on the burner, but stop with my hand on the knob. I won't be able to look at the flame without the nausea coming on. Well, fruit's better for you anyway, Azaria. So I open my fridge to see what fruit I have, and there's only my favorite. And I quickly shut the door so I don't let the plastic tray of blueberries get at my eyes. Now, even just thinking about blueberries is bringing on that sick feeling. So I try to think of a different fruit. Strawberries, even though I don't have any of those. But it's like someone telling you not to think about a pink elephant. You think of the elephant. You think of the blueberries, and bam, you're nauseous. And I'm thirsty, but the brand of bottled water I buy has a blue tint to the bottles, so it reminds you of a Nordic spring when you drink it. Springs in my mind are blue too. I get out a glass because I have to take my Zoloft after missing a couple doses. I can't keep going without it. So that just means taking it by feel. holding the light blue pill between my thumb and forefinger as I look up at the ceiling, popping it in my mouth and gulping warm, metallic-tasting tap water from the glass. I start thinking of all the ways I need to change my life, and I feel like someone's tied cement blocks around my arms and feet. I love art, but forget about museums because guess what? Painters, especially my favorites, love to paint in blue. Monet, Picasso, Kandinsky. Blue happens to be everywhere in the world. Can't look at pictures of the Earth anymore. Not that I'm sitting around looking at pictures of the Earth all the time, but let's say I wanted to. Nope, that's out. My favorite blue fleece Snoopy blanket for winter will have to go. As will the fluffy navy hand towel in my bathroom, the matching bath mat, all the blue ink pens I have. When I see people, I'll have to ask them not to wear blue. And how controlling is that? Would they even want to go out with me anymore? No. Can't date anyone with blue eyes. Better add that to my profile so I don't waste their time. Can't be with anyone who gets sad too much either, because I'll think, oh, they're feeling blue, and I'll get nauseous when I'm around them. So often that it will start to become automatic. And then they'll feel even worse because they'll see I'm avoiding them, and they'll get even more depressed. And it will turn into, what do they call it? A self-fulfilling prophecy? A vicious cycle. I know how all this probably sounds to you. First world problems. Oh no, Azaria has a blue problem. Whatever is she going to do? But it's more the unpredictability of seeing blue and the nausea. I can't live the rest of my life getting sick to my stomach 20 times a day, every day. There's not enough Zofran in the world for that. So then the question of why. I can't stop trying to figure it out. You think a new virus. I mean, I was sick a few weeks back with a terrible cold, and I remember how COVID messed with people's sense of smell and taste. Case in point, my brother Alejandro, saying how his morning coffee started tasting like rotting garbage. He still can't drink it. Nothing we can do about that, right? But is there a clinic I can go to? Like a color impairment clinic? I know I'm not the only one, because when you go on the message boards, you see this is happening to some people on the West Coast. San Diego, I hear, with the color green. Is there a new drug? One in trials? Or an old drug with off-label uses like Neurontin? Or injections of a hormone from animal livers? Or a special diet? Something. Large amounts of vitamin A, E, or lutein? I mean, I'll eat spinach, kale, egg yolks, pistachios, whatever, morning, noon, and night if I have to. You're looking at me and not saying anything. Can you say something? I mean, if there's no hope, really, no answer, then I want to try the Perselli procedure, the one they're doing in Germany. Have you heard of it? Where they cook your eye cones so they stop sending your brain the signals that make you sick. If they burn away the other cones, the L's and M's by accident, so be it. C'est la vie. I'll do it. Sign me up. Because I won't keep living like this. You understand? Either that or the clockwork method, where they'd have me watch very pleasant things, if you catch my drift, while looking at all different shades of blue. And after something like 25 treatments or 25 hours of treatment, not all in one sitting, of course, but over weeks, it stamps out the body's nausea response, like pinching off a candle flame. I mean, why do we even need to see anything in color? You can tell by brightness alone whether a traffic light has turned green. Couldn't a person live in a space of gray their entire lives and be fine? Maybe we needed it to survive at one point, to find food, get a mate. You know, like a peacock, spot predators in the tall grass. But we're well beyond that now, don't you think? Well beyond. If I become nocturnal, like a bat, I won't even need any colors, right? You can just laser all my cones into oblivion, because I already have trouble sleeping, getting 2 or 3 hours a night. And that's good, because I dream less. And get this, I forgot to tell you, when I do dream, you guessed it, everything's blue. The people passing me on the sidewalk are like huge Smurfs, and I'm in rooms where the walls are blue, and in a kitchen where all the cabinets are blue, with this huge spotlight of blue sun shining in from outside through the sliding glass door. And the floor is blue, and blasting in the background is Blue Monday. You know that old New Order song? How does it feel to treat me like you do? Exactly. Like I'm talking back to my body, right? But then I'm sick in my sleep, and I have to lay there feeling it for however long, because I'm still asleep, and my body's paralyzed, and I can't wake up. And Blue Monday is playing on a loop. All this is to say, you have to help me, because I rather not have to fly to Frankfurt. I mean, I already have my ticket, and they're expecting me in Heidelberg, the university hospital there, where they do cone ablation. But I can cancel, and I hope you'll tell me something that makes me cancel it. Blue light glasses. You're saying blue light glasses? The ones for monitors? Wow. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But I guess then what you're saying is there's nothing medically you can do for me. At least, not on this side of the Atlantic. You could have told me about the glasses over the phone, no? Or did you need to get my history? See who I've come into contact with? Can I ask what you'll do with the recording? It all goes into the central database now, doesn't it? I hear they're combing it day and night for situations like this. Things in people like me turning off for no reason or because of a virus. And they're kind of damaged and no longer perfect. Maybe I should just forget about Frankfurt and go to the Camden County office and give them the record of the visit. I mean, they'll find it anyway, right? Eventually. I don't see how I get past it. Not this time, since they keep making the criteria stricter every year. With my S-cones in the shape they're in, and the nausea, there's no way I get above threshold. So it's either Frankfurt or the county office, with or without the glasses. I think I should call my parents and Alice and tell them. It's not your fault. It's no one's fault. Things just happen. We are brief, right? Susceptible? Some have longer than others, and others have longer than them. Do you mind if I stay here a little longer, though? Would that be okay? Do you have someone right after me? If I have to go now, just tell me and I'll go. I know this may sound strange and may feel like you're crossing a line, but would you hold my hand? It's okay if you can't do that. And if you don't want to say, you don't have to. But would you tell me what happens when you don't meet threshold? Like, where do they take you? And what is it like to be with the others? There are others there, right? I'm assuming, with things that are broken and can't be fixed. How long do we get? Do you know? How long before they take us to the place no one talks about? For more adventures into the unknown, subscribe to Stories from Elsewhere at storiesfromelsewhere.com. See you on the other side.